Hi everyone. Hey everyone, welcome to Tuesday's Top 10 in Under 10. This is going to be a regular thing. Every Tuesday I'm going to drop an episode where I am going to do a top 10 list. Related to music, obviously. Now, sometimes it might be top 10 favorite musicians. Sometimes it might be my top 10 favorite albums. Sometimes it might be a lot more specific, like my top 10 favorite albums from one specific band, because some bands I can actually do that with. All right. Where I'm going with this is I've got top 10s already planned out. I'm already working on recording. The very first top 10 list that's going to come is actually my top 10 favorite vocalists. It will never be what I consider the top 10 best from a band. It's going to be my top 10 favorite. Or my top, with anything. Sorry, I said band. If I'm talking about songs, it's going to be my top 10 favorite songs, not what I think are the top 10 best songs, because that is subjective. You cannot truly measure what makes the song the best song or within the top 10 of the best songs. You could go the top 10 highest chart hits, but that's not really a fair measurement for what makes a good song. You know what I'm saying? Just because a song does well on the charts doesn't mean it's a good song. Just because a song sells a lot of music doesn't mean it's a good song. Just because a vocalist sells a lot of albums doesn't mean that they're a good vocalist. That's another thing too, is when I say my first one is going to be top 10 vocalists, I mean vocalists, not singers. There's going to be singers in there. There are going to be singers in there. But I'm saying vocalists because not everybody on that list is a top 10 singer. There is a difference. And there's going to be times where I'm going to break it down even more and whatnot, but where I'm going with this is I need ideas. I want submissions. So in the comment section, folks, down below, drop me lines of what you want me to do top 10s for, whether you want me to do a top 10 list for songs for a band, top 10 list for albums for a band. I've already got planned my top 10 favorite vocalists, guitarists, bassists, drummers, and keyboardists. All right. I may get into the top 10 favorite session artists, but that gets kind of weird. So yeah, long story short on this one, because, top 10 under 10, I want to keep this one under 10. This one's going to come well under 10. Drop me a line down below what you'd like top 10s for. I will do a top 10 Alice Cooper albums. Obviously, I'll do top 10 Alice Cooper albums. I will do top 10 Iron Maiden albums. Obviously. I will do top 10 Black Sabbath albums because I will do all of Black Sabbath included in there, so there's definitely some bands that, I can easily do top 10s for albums and whatnot. So I'll do that. If you want top 10 favorite genre specific guitarists, or, if you really want my selections on who I think are the best at something, there's some subjects where I do know I'm qualified enough to talk about. I can say who I think the top 10 vocalists are in rock and roll, or the top 10 singers are in rock and roll. I can't do it for heavy metal because with heavy metal, that's very subjective depending on what type of style of vocals you like. Singers, yeah, I could do technically, but what if you're into singers like Lemmy, man, where you're into growlers? Lemmy sings technically. I wouldn't call him a top 10 singer myself. That's what I'd reserve for people like Dio and Dickinson or Halford. But, to me, those are metal singers. But, that's how some people are, right? So, like I said, drop me a line down below. Let me know what you're interested in. Every Tuesday, I will be dropping a top 10. I hope you enjoy them. I will be definitely pre-recording a whole bunch. So if you start dropping me comments now, it's going to take a little bit before I get to them, but I promise you I will get to them. I will definitely give priorities to suggestions over other stuff. I just want some pre-records up there, so I got a head start on this. All right, folks. So comments, please, 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 suggestions, like button, subscribe button, bell for notifications. Peace, love, take care. Enjoy some outtakes. Allergies. Oh, she's doing everything she can to jump up in my lap. Hello. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the little bell for notifications. Look at my Alice Cooper-like eyes. Love me. I am a kitty. All right, and I'm holding my cat in a way, and she's standing on the chair, so I'm not even holding her up hard. So don't be fooled. She's purring right now.